But in front of these fronts like this, I talked to somebody before one of those hurricanes hit down in Florida here a while back. They went fishing and they said it was the best fishing day they'd had all year long. There's one. That feels pretty good. Whoa, golly, look at that. Look at that. That's a good one right there. That's a good one right there. I'm gonna hit my spot lock on my move. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. Woo, look at that. Look at that fish. Oh, come here, baby. Yeah. Whoa, what a start. What a start. Golly, look at that fish. Yeah, my goodness. My goodness. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh. It's late October, crankbait time of the year. You get around, you find any lakes that's got any grass in it or rocks, points out in the front of the bays. And it's so windy, I don't know if we can stay out here all day long, but we're gonna stay out here as long as we can. I've got the, that's a 5-pound fish right there. That's a beautiful 5-pound fish. I've got a spot lock my boat and it's gonna be able to hold it here. Woo! I'll show you what I caught that on here in a minute, but I can't show it to you now because I gotta get it wet. Gotta get it back out there. Hello, chair. Might wanna sit in that thing as rough as it. How hard is that wind blowing, keep from blowing out? Golly, that's a beautiful fish. Wow. Wow. That's a good sign right there. We got a big weather change coming. It's the perfect time to fish is when you got a weather change coming. We haven't had any rain and golly, I got a few sprinkles. The first rain I've seen in 6 or 7 weeks. All the lakes are losing water down low just from evaporation. A lot of oh, I had a bite. It could have been grass right there, I don't know. A lot of evaporation. Lakes will lose sometimes 2 or 3, 4 inches a day in evaporation. I'm in the grass there. Pop it out of that grass. If you hit that grass, you give a good hard jerk like that. Sometimes you'll pop the grass off of it. There he is. Right at they're hanging. They're typical fall pattern right here that we're on. They're hanging out in the mouth of a big old creek. It goes back up in there, I don't know how many miles. And I want to fish that creek, but just simply because of the wind. We may not catch any fish back there because a lot of them are hanging around here in the front, and I'm sure they got tons of shad out here to feed on because the shad haven't moved back in those creeks yet. And we got nice, big, beautiful fish out here all in this flat. And you probably have to get your bait relatively close to them. Part of my barbs are smashed down on this little deep smoothie. It's the American Original Deep Smoothie, my favorite bait that Lucky Strike makes, with the exception of a red man spinnerbait. And that's a nice, beautiful 2.5-pound fish right there. Beauty. And the back hooks, that one is not smashed down. That one is not. There's one on the front, one of the trebles on the front is smashed down, 2 are not. Somebody was cheating. Had some of them smashed down, not all of them. There he is. Yeah. That's one of them that hit me up there on that tree a minute ago. I turned back around, which is what you want to do when you miss a fish. A lot of times it's better to change baits, but I just took my red man spinnerbait and threw it out there and got him. That's a nice fish too. Big old male. Nice fish right there, yeah. Spinnerbait, red man spinnerbait fish. That's a beauty right there. Yeah. Really, now that fish, you see that log coming out, there's a log coming out and it's under the water. I can barely, with my Polaroid glasses, I can barely see under that and see that tree down through there. And it may have several fish on it because that's a holding spot when they're moving up in these creeks. They're holding right out here at the edge of it. And I had 2 bites as I came by it first. I turned right around, spot locked down where I could work my spinnerbait down a little bit deeper and caught that one. Could have been the same fish all 3 bites, but I doubt it. I imagine there's another fish or 2 on that log. So we're gonna cruise that log pretty good. We're gonna throw our bait, drag it around it, see if maybe we can catch another one off of it. It comes way out here, way out here. There he is. Come here, baby. Spot lock. Good fish. Good fish. Oh, yeah, beauty. Oh, yeah. Boy, he has got that bait ate. I mean, he's ate it. Oh, yeah. Come here, baby. Hold my boat, Spot Lock. Spot Lock has just become a thing nowadays. It's worth its weight in gold, especially on a day like this. I might smash those barbs down. It's really hard getting these things unhooked. Woohoo! Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Mwah. Big old bass. I'm gonna just spot lock right there. Making, oh my, I nearly blew out of the boat. I might need to sit down and keep them blowing out. There's one. Good one. Golly, yeah, good one. I mean, a good one. Spot lock. Oh, yeah. Great fish. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Look at that baby. Come here, sugar bear. Woo, look at that. Look at that. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Where's my pliers? You know, it might cost me a giant fish, but I think I'm gonna smash all my barbs down because I'm catching quite a few fish. Some of them are getting hooked pretty good, and that's a beauty right there. Look, I'll smash my barbs down. Yeah, get them unhooked a lot easier. Probably lose a 10-pounder. That's all right, I've caught plenty of 10-pounders. Get them unhooked a lot easier. Some of these were smashed down already. Somebody I fished with, and I told them to smash the barbs down, and they cheated. They smashed one or two down, didn't smash them all down. My golly, they're down now. Woo! There's one, there's one. I saw him come and get it. He come up and got it right by the boat. All right, now I got my hooks barb down. Let's see how many I lose with my hooks down. Didn't lose that one. Oh, come here. Did not lose that one. Another nice one, too. Oh, wow. That was with your barb smashed down. Look how easy you unhook them. That's a little bit of difference right there. That's why you do it. Woo. Ah, yes. You know, I was holding my rod tip up. One of the things you can do when you're fishing the grass, you got a bait that your grass is not all going to be the same depth very often. When you go across these flats, you're going to get into deeper areas and smaller areas. Your bait, as long as it's above the fish, you're going to be able to catch them. So you can actually hold your rod tip up high, which is, well, you know what? I think my power pole's caught. I've had my power poles down because I thought I'd get some grass around them and slow me down a little bit. Power pole actually makes a wind anchor that you can put back there that'll slow you down drifting across these flats like this. I don't have one of them, but if I had one, it'd be a great day to use it. It's kind of a parachute back behind your boat that is attached to the power poles. There's one. Spinnerbait fish, the little one, smallest one I've caught probably. A spinnerbait fish. He's a 12-incher. Yeah. You better get out of here. You'll get eaten here, big boy. You need to go somewhere and hide. Yes, you do. Yeah. You think I'm not liking this, you're wrong. Spinnerbait fish. Way out there, as far as I could throw. I was just thinking I need to put a solid white on here, or chartreuse and white instead of this chartreuse. It's a pretty nice fish. Spinnerbait, red man. I suppose you're gonna come off too, huh? I've been losing a lot of fish. Got all my barbs smashed down. Barbs smashed down on the spinnerbait too. Come here, baby. It's a way to not lose them. Woo! Open your mouth. Looky there, he's hooked outside the mouth. See that? Look at that spinnerbait. That's getting your money's worth out of a red man spinnerbait there. See that? No barb on there. See how easy it slipped out? Didn't put his eye out. That had a barb on it, that'd put that fish's eye out. You're very welcome. Beauty. Wow. You see that little point over there? I can see the grass from here coming up fairly high. I threw all the line off this reel. I threw all the line off this titanium reel. All the line. Went right down to the knot. There's one. Ooh, God. Oh, yeah, a big one. A big one. I mean, a big one. He swallowed that thing. I'm talking about swallowed it. I'm talking about I can't even see the bait. I can't even see the bait. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. God, look at that fish. Look where that bait is. Don't you cut that line in two with your sharp teeth. Golly, look at that. Holy cow. My gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that fish. Holy cow. Look where the bait is. It's gone. It's way down in there. But I got barbless hooks. This is why. This is what makes barbless hooks so good. Golly. Get that one. And get it turned around. Get it out of the mouth. And the others, it's right. Now that one turned back around and went that direction again. I can't, I'm pulling, my rod's pulling on it here. Yeah, that's the problem. Wonder why I couldn't back that hook out. Is he bleeding? No, he's not. Look at the size of that fish. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing, as long as my arm. Look at there, as long as my arm. Uh-oh, careful, Jimmy. You don't need to put any trailer on that thing. Look at that fish. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. This is how I rip my pants off. I got a big hole in the back of my, these are Bass Pro Shop. These are those whitewater, you know, that you can zip them off here and you take the pants off, you got shorts. I could leave these on, take this off. No, I better not do that. My goodness. That was a big one. You know what? That fish was in 12 foot of water. 12 foot of water. That's the deepest water I've fished all day. I might need to be going on the edge of that flat. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's get another one. Yes. There's one. Power pole down. It's a nice one, too. At least he feels like a nice one. I don't know how big he might be. There's some big ones biting. Let me tell you why the fish are biting so good and why it's so windy at the same time. Whoa, golly, holy smoke. Golly, he about took my rod away from me. How big is this critter? How big is this critter? He might be in the grass now, I don't know. Oh, there's two of them. I had two hooked at once, I think. No, I couldn't have done it. There was just another one with him. Oh, he's hooked outside the mouth. That's why he's so big. I mean, it's a nice fish, but that's a really nice fish. That's the way he's hooked. That's why he was so strong. There was another one with him. There was another one with him that was twice this size. I swear, twice this size. I swear. Another one with him that was twice this size. Where's my needle nose? Right there. Man, why didn't the big one get it? Yeah, talking about why didn't the big one get it? That's a 4-pounder right there. The other one was a lot bigger than this, I swear. I was beginning to say, that one wore me out. I need to lay my pliers where I can get to them. The reason that it's so windy today, we've had, you know, like a, I don't know what, Indian summer or something all fall. You know, a lot of degrees, over 100 degrees in September. Even some days in October, either right at 100 or close to it. And grass. And but here we are, the down the end of the month, and we got a cold front coming in. We have rain coming in. It hadn't rained in forever. I mean forever. It's another fish right there. Sitting down, talking, catching fish. Well, not very big. Blow back this way, guy. But we got this cold front coming in. The humidity is down really, really low. I'm talking about 14, 15% humidity. Fire danger in Oklahoma right now and northern Texas are just phenomenal. There's so much fire danger. But that front's coming in, and the barometer's changing a lot, getting lower and lower. And we're supposed to start getting some rain tomorrow. A 4-pounder, and then that one. And then that one that was swimming around, that's the one I want to catch. I'm power pole down. As soon as I got that fish on, I power pole down. But that barometer's falling. This wind is really hard fish. I mean, it's hard to fish out here. And I'm mostly just drifting. And then if I get my power poles down, I get out in deeper water, and when it gets up a little bit shallower where those power poles will catch me, and I'll stop and I'll fish real hard, and then I'll just pick the power poles up, and go a little bit further on the grass. But in front of these fronts like this, I talked to somebody before one of those hurricanes hit down in Florida here a while back. They went fishing, and they said it was the best fishing day they'd had all year long. Same situation. Fish before those fronts come in. It's windy, it's bad. We had cloud cover pretty much all day. Sun's gone away now. The rain's not going to come till tomorrow, but the fish are biting right ahead of this front. I'm talking about really, really, really biting. Big ones too. Big ones too. I'm gonna leave it on the power pole right now. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Feels like a good one too. Might be hooked in the outside the mouth. Some of them felt like they're 5-pounders that hooked outside the mouth. This one feels like a giant. Not moving very fast. He's just pulling like a big one. Barbless hooks. Not as big as I thought he was. He's big though. Golly. Look at the size of that critter. He's not near as big as a lot of them, but still a 4-pound fish. Well, maybe not quite 4. I love barbless hooks. Sure, the fish like it a lot better too. I'm telling you that for a fact. So easy to get them unhooked. Look at the belly on that booger. You think they're not feeding up for the fall? They are feeding up for the fall. Crankbaiting in the fall. That's the way to catch them. No doubt about it. Oh, there he is. Popped that thing out of that grass. Had grass on it. I popped it out of the grass. He hammered it. I'm power pole down. I'm on a ridge out here in the middle of the flat. The ridge doesn't have any grass on it, and the grass is all around it. Boy, those are healthy fish. These fish out here live amongst the shad. They get plenty to eat. I'm talking about plenty to eat. Oh, about throwed my rod in the lake. Woo! It's wearing me out. Ah! Oh, man, my bait's fouled up. The wind is blowing like a banshee. A banshee. A banshee is fast. A banshee is a female ghost. They're fast. They're way faster than a male ghost. Come on, baby. I mean, you don't see any grass on the bottom right here, but out there where I'm throwing, come through open areas and you hit little patches of grass. I hit that grass, that's where that fish was. There's the grass. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but one of the key things in catching fish on a crankbait, no matter where you're fishing, is do not just throw that thing out there and wind it in like I'm doing right now. You want to change speeds with that thing a lot. You notice right when I slowed that bait down is right when that fish hit. That is amazing right there. When you're fishing in the grass, anytime you feel that grass, stop that thing, let it float back up. But you want to change speed, stop and go, stop, go. Crank fast, sweep your rod, do all kinds of things. Don't ever just throw that thing out there and wind it back in. Golly. Tippy. Changing speeds, cranking the thing back and forth, sweeping your rod, crank it fast, crank it slow. All of that is the key to catching fish on a crankbait. Anybody can just throw that thing out there and wind it back in, and actually you'll catch some fish doing that. Throwing it out, wind it back in, you'll catch some fish. But when you throw it out there, and stop and go, crank fast, crank slow, anytime it hits something, anytime it bumps into anything, whether it's grass or whatever, if you're in the grass and you feel it getting in the grass, jerk that grass off of there. A lot of times that real fast movement will get them. Crank, slow, stop. There's another one right there. We're sitting on a honey hole, by the way. It's another big one too. It's like that last one. I don't know how I can tell you how to do it any better. Woo! Want to be really careful when you grab a hold of those fish, those treble hooks, or you'll have some in your hands. This guy just had one hook on him. This one right here has broke his back when he was little. He went in and grew up. You see how he's shaped? Still a nice 4-pound fish. Guys and girls, change speeds, crank fast, crank slow, stop, move your rod tip, anything, but just wind it in, and you're gonna whack them. Whack them, whack them, whack them. Fish lucky, I sure do love you.